Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's edition of EN Explains, a segment we produce where an EN engineering expert helps dissect a specific utility topic for us and make it easier to understand. This week, we have with us Sean Moran. Sean is our Director of Electric Consulting, and he's going to be talking with us about non-wires alternative analysis. So, Sean, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Sean, can you explain to us what is non-wires alternative analysis?
It's a rather emerging topic within the utilities and within the ISOs and within transmission owning entities as well, is really to investigate alternatives versus what you'd traditionally do if you were a utility company. So utility companies over the course of years and years and years have gotten really good at building wires, putting up towers, building substations, building infrastructure. That's kind of their go-to. But now with emerging technologies coming on board, things like microgrids, renewables, battery energy storage technologies, that's really changing the game on how you traditionally used to do things versus how you could be doing things today.
So, Sean, what are some ways that utilities would go about replacing wires with some alternative solutions?
First step of the process, identify the problem. But rather than jumping to a wire solution or a substation solution, start looking at the breadth of potential solutions. So they can look at now, whether there's a renewable opportunity, a energy storage solution opportunity where instead of the wires, you maybe install a battery at the most opportunistic location that could alleviate flow problems, that could alleviate voltage problems, really just expanding the analysis. So taking what used to be the traditional analysis and really expanding that by including potential alternatives.
So how would this affect the average electric consumer?
To the end consumer, ultimately, it should mean lower overall costs and then higher reliability as well. So if the traditional solution was something on the order of magnitude of large transmission projects that were spanning our country, from point A to point B, you're really sitting in a window period of 5 to 10 years of lower reliability.
And finally, Sean, how can EN Engineering support utilities in this effort?
These are very exciting analyses to run. EN Engineering loves it. We're in the forefront of that. We're working with the full realm of all of these alternatives on a daily basis. So we have teams of people that are supporting renewables. We have teams of people supporting battery energy storage solutions. We have teams of people looking and analyzing microgrid installation. We have a great deal of experience in the underlying assets that are needed as part of the solution. We'd love to be able to take those, move them into an analysis platform for utilities and or developers to try to drive out infrastructure that really could be advantageous.
Sean, thanks a lot for talking with us today. For those of you watching online, please feel free to like or share in order to be entered in to a contest to win a gift card. So Sean, thanks again. Stay safe and have a good week.
Thank you, Dan. You too.